Yo, what up? All right. We got another one from Club Shay Shay.
Okay. Okay. Good old Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, man. I love Club Shay Shay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Who we got on Shay today?
This is Monique.
Ah,
Monique,
the beautiful actress slash comedian,
Queen of Comedy.
queen of comedy. Yeah.
Monique.
Yeah.
And she's
Monique.
apparently she went off on a lot of people on Club Shay Shay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
As did Cat Williams.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's by all means, these people should get something off their chest if they have it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
And if you had to go to certain platforms to say these certain things, sometimes that's just how the information gets across.
Yep.
And who's to say social media is a bad way to get information across?
Yeah.
Right. All right, man. Well, you ready?
Yeah. Well, this is her talking about Kevin Hart.
Okay. Just Kevin Hart?
I believe so. This is just. I think this is. She. Who knows? Who knows? You never know.
Well, yeah, man. Okay. Let's see. Kevin Hart's been popular on Shay Shay lately.
Yeah. All right.
Kevin Hart. Now, you know when Cat Williams said gatekeepers?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, I do his podcast.
Yes.
And I want y'all to re-listen to the podcast so you can hear it for yourself. When he first comes on, he says, "You're like my mother. You're like my aunt. You're like my sister." Okay? Then we do the podcast. We speak about the Tyler Perry situation. Oprah Winfrey, he said, "I don't really know Oprah, but I'm going to reach out to Tyler." I appreciate that. Kevin kept his word. He reached out to Tyler Perry. Kevin Hart called me back about maybe a week or so later. He said, "Mo, I talked to Tyler. He said he don't want to revisit it. He said, but I tell you what, let's move past that, Mo. Let's just move past that and let's just do great things. So whatever
That's what Kevin said.
I want you to hear me, Kevin Hart. Let's move past that, Mo. Let's do some great things together. Don't even worry about it. Whatever y'all want to do, I will partner with you. I'll executive produce with you. You just let me know what you want to do." Now, let me say that before we go any further because I want to make sure I give Kevin Hart his proper credit. When my family was up against the wall, Kevin Hart wrote us a check and said, "Here you go." We're forever grateful for that. When we were able to give it back, we said, "Brother, we appreciate you with some interest on top," because I don't ever want nobody to think
Feel like they
me
gave
and my
more.
husband. So I want to make sure I put that out there. That brother really helped us out when we needed to be helped out. Then when he came back with, "I got you," I didn't ask Kevin Hart to do anything. He said, "I'll executive produce. I'll partner with you." I said, "Good shit, Kevin," because we're in a deal with Endemol. And we're trying to get our talk show back. Mo, whatever it is, I got you. Now, Kevin Hart is one of the biggest entertainers right now in the world,
Correct.
right? And was then. We got off the phone with Kevin Hart. We called Endemol immediately and said, "Kevin Hart said whatever we want to do, he got us. He's going to partner, executive produce." They was like, "Oh, this is incredible," because when you put Kevin Hart's name on it, you already know what it is.
Correct.
2 weeks go by. We get a call from Endemol. Endemol says, "We just got a call from Kevin Hart's manager, Dave Becky." And Dave Becky said, "Kevin doesn't want anything to do with Monique. So whatever she told y'all, he doesn't want to do anything with her, nothing. He doesn't want any kind of relationship with Monique."
So what changed between the 2 weeks and plus he gave you a check, you gave the money back, then said he would partner with you, executive produce, whatever you need, Mo, hey, we got you. So what transpired, or what do you think transpired between then that 2 week period?
Well, soon as we got off the phone and they told us what Kevin's manager, David Becky, said, I called Kevin Hart immediately. I said, "Hey, baby, we just got off the phone with Endemol and they said Dave Becky called them up and said, you don't want anything to do with me." He said, "Mo, that's a miscommunication. I can tell you right now." I said, "Wait a minute. Are you okay though with this white man calling them up? Getting in between our relationship after something you said?" He said, "Mo, that's a miscommunication and we're going to talk Tuesday. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now, it's a miscommunication." That was 2 years ago. If you talk to him, I talk to him. I've never talked back to Kevin Hart again.
Damn.
So that's what we're faced with. When you allow somebody to come in between a relationship with a woman that you said, "I'm like your mother. You said I'm like these things. I didn't ask you for that." So everything that baby was saying sitting here, everything he was saying was on the up and up, because when you hear people say, "Get the anger out your heart," oh man, no one's saying he's lying. No one ever said I was lying. It's so easy to discount and devalue because of what we look like.
Right.
However, when it comes to Tyler Perry, I will not allow you to discount or devalue because that is your voice on that audio. Remember on Good Times when Penny's mother was whooping up on her and she had recorded it? That's you on tape. So how does it go from you saying you're going to give me an apology to now I owe you an apology?
But what do you want an apology for?
What could I possibly owe you an apology for when you've admitted? See, when Lee Daniels says to me, because Cookie from the show Empire, I was offered that role. Now Taraji tore it up, baby. Listen here. However, I was offered
Taraji did
that.
good.
Then Felita called me back and say, baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with. But you hear on the audio that a man told David Talbert I was difficult to work with. Do you see how that cost my family?
Yes.
And with no accountability because, oh, it's the great Tyler Perry? No, you've got to be accountable for that. Oprah Winfrey, you've got to be accountable for the things you've done with my family. You've got to be accountable for that.
Is there any relationship between you and Tyler and you and Oprah currently?
No. When we have our juggernauts, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, these are our juggernauts of our community. These are the people that our babies say, when I grow up, I want to be that. I want to be like that. So we have to call those people to the mat and say, listen, what are you teaching our babies? You're feeding poison because you're showing them your private jet. I'm going to show you my mansion. I'm going to show you my fancy cars. But my character is shot and I'm bankrupt. I got a lot of money in my bank. It's more zeros than some of them than we can imagine. But their character, they are bankrupt. Those are bankrupt people. So everybody that Kat sat right here and told you about, I can't wait to see your next interviews with those people.
They ain't coming on now, Mo.
I have. They're not going to do it.
Well, look, I've already done Steve. I have a relationship with Steve.
Do him again. Do him again. And I'm going to say this.
I'm trying to get Oprah and Tyler, though.
Oh,
baby, we
yeah.
got 'em. Y'all, come on, stop playing.
They ain't coming on, Mo, thanks to you.
You know how, and I don't want to put you on a spot, but I'm going to say it because I appreciate you as a black man and what you're doing.
Thank you.
If you are my friend, and someone says to me, Monique, Shannon Sharp wronged me, and you my friend, I'm going to call my friend.
You can come to me.
And I'm going to say, hey, is what they saying true? And if you get to hemming and hawing, I'm going to tell you, till you fix it, you and I can't talk. Because if you'll do them that way, it'll be a matter of time before you do it to me. So if Steve Harvey is your friend, you call your friend up and you ask him, is what our sister saying right, man? Because if it is, we can't do that to her. If that's our sister. See, it took a transgender named T.S. Madison. It was a guy named Jamaica Carter. Jamaica Carter and our mutual friend. Jamaica Carter and our friends. T.S. Madison was a mutual friend. So Jamaica called me and said, would you mind doing T.S. Madison's show? I go do T.S. Madison's show. When I tell T.S. Madison, when the camera cuts, I said, listen, your friend is wrong. She said, Monique Lee Daniels is my friend. I said, then you need to call your friend and tell him to fix this shit. She said, I will. Within a couple of days, who did I get a call from? Lee Daniels. See, that's a friend. That's a true friend that's saying, I love you so much that I want to make sure that's not on your heart or your conscience. Let's fix it. Let's make it right. So when people ask Lee now, when we did the deliverance together, how was it to work with Monique? It was as if we had never parted ways because he fixed it. He owned it and he took accountability for it. I can't now keep you to the cross because you've owned it.
Right.
I've had to be forgiven.
Right.
So I appreciate that someone had grace and mercy with me. So I'm going to have that with other people when they take accountability for what they've done.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and coffee.
Yeah, man. That was just a snippet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's like over 2 hours long, so
Yeah.
I imagine she said a little bit more about Oprah.
Absolutely.
I think she
Tyler Perry.
pretty much got the gist of what she was talking about with Kevin.
Right. The gatekeeper. So I mean, it looked like it was from just to summarize it briefly. It seemed like Cat Williams, may have dropped the ball for the for an opportunity for Monique, and whether it was
Kevin Hart.
whether it was Kevin Hart, him and his lawyers, that said that they're not going to do it with Monique, or maybe it was him personally that said he wasn't going to do it with Monique, and so I guess that never happened. But
I mean, Monique, I think she is a queen of comedy.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
But she said that they're morally bankrupt, and that's her opinion. They probably have the same opinion of her. I like them all, so it's kind of fucked up that everybody's beefing. But I mean, Monique, I think she should have more opportunities, but you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not behind the scenes, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
It's just, like I said, it's the relationships of people. I mean this is like a clear cut example that it don't matter how much money you got, how much fame's behind you, like the relationships that you build and the people that you experience things with, like all that is similar. You know what I'm saying? With like, you know what I mean? I guess when I say similar, you have relations like this. Every person has somebody, or has hopefully, not gonna say hopefully, but has had somebody that had these characteristics, right? You find out maybe at a younger age, or you find out at an older age, but at some point in time, you have a friend that may have done something like this, or may have, treated you a certain way, or was just unjust, and you found out you had to separate from that person, or just, or it was just no good to you, whatever the case may have been. But like, we're.
I mean, Monique. I think she felt that she should have had a Netflix special. Because you got Tiffany Haddish and all these other people with Netflix specials, and I do think Monique's funnier than Tiffany Haddish. Like she said, she feels that she should have had the role in Empire over Taraji P. Henson.
She said she
auditioned for her.
Auditioned for her.
I think she thought she should have had the role over her.
Who knows? Yeah, right.
But honestly, I like Taraji. Taraji.
Yeah.
Taraji is. I think I can't see that role being played by.
Yeah, she did her thing.
Like Angela Bassett. But
Yeah, she definitely did her thing.
But I'm like, but I do think that I do think that Monique has been wrong. I will say that I do think Monique has been wrong. But I also can see why people would think she's hard to work with. I think both truths can exist.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, definitely. I mean, we're not all perfect. Sometimes we don't notice our own, flaws, which sometimes can be, our biggest downfalls. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
And like I said, we all change too, and we all grow. Who knows? The younger Monique may have been easier to work with, you know what I mean, and more going and more easygoing and by the flow. And then, when she became the queen of comedy, and maybe a little bit entitlement comes behind that, or whatever the case may be, to ask for money, ask for certain types of things, just demanding, and just whatever comes with all of that, right? Right? Maybe she, developed that. Because, I mean, we've seen many examples where money has changed people. Fame has changed people. They become morally broken. Like, I could understand. I mean, yeah, that just comes along with the situations. People change over time, and sometimes it's the money and the fame and all that does that to you. You know what I mean? The roles you're in, the act, the movies that you've done, even the cars that you buy and all types of shit like that. It's just, it's everything. Man, it's everything. It's everything, man.
Yeah, but hopefully we can get another Steve Harvey interview.
That would be interesting. Yeah, Steve Harvey. Did you see the one where Cedric was on there? Cedric the Entertainer came back?
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, that was funny stuff, man. Yeah. Go clear, man. You're doing good things, man. Give it up.